Om Shri Mahasaraswatye Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Now, we will discuss about the spiritual life and the divine worship of the person. How the spiritual life will be? Is there spiritual life is there or not in the native? How to check up? Well, we can consider the Swami Vivekananda is a one person, Indian Hindu monk, the chief disciple of the Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, another monk in those days. This Vivekananda, he was introduced to Indian philosophy of Vedanta and Yoga, and he toured almost all over the world and preached about the Vedanta and religion of the Indian philosophy. Let us find out about the birth chart, Janma Kundali of this native, how this map of events at the time of birth indicates. Swami Vivekananda's planetary position is, he is born on 12th January 1963. At 6:20 a.m. in Calcutta, India. His chart is this is a map of events of the Swami Vivekananda. What are the planetary contributions that will make a person to spiritual realization? In the case of divine personality, the spiritual aspect of the horoscope has to be considered for an examination of Lagna only. And if Lagna plus 5th house Purvajanusthana, 9th house Bhajasthana, and 10th house provision or the living and earning, how he will get throughout his life, and 11th house is the success of his life, and 12th house is the tour all over the world. The planet, first of all, is to be studied by Sun. Sun is Atmakaraka and Moon is the Manokaraka. Both are essential. And apart from that, Jupiter and Ketu, which will indicate the spiritual knowledge, and also the Moksha Sthana, giving the religious knowledge, spiritual religious knowledge. And Saturn, which gives the tapasya. Saturn is the significant of tapasya and dedication and devotion. In Krishna Murthy Paddhati, spiritual realization is indicated if the 11th Kaspal Lord signifies 5th house. 5th house is initiation into the procedure. Initiation. 10th house is sadhana and practice. 11th house is siddhi and reaching heights, that is success in the heights. If KP teaches that the resonance of God is deposited in the constellation of the planet, which is strongly connected with 3rd house, mental inclination, 9th house, philosophy and higher knowledge, and 12th house, service to others, and also salvation houses, and connected with Saturn, which is the Karaka for meditation and renunciation. Ketu, Mokshakaraka, as well as Jnana Karaka. Then only a person will go to ashram, monastic ashram. Spiritual life and divine worship can be through 9th Kaspal Lord. If the 9th Kaspal Lord is a significant of 1, 5, 9, 11, 12 houses, 6 houses. 1 is Lagna, 5th house is Matrasthana, Purvajanusthana, and 9th house is Bhajasthana, philosophy and higher knowledge, and 11th house is reaching the Siddha, Jnana Karaka, and also 11th house. If Ninth special lord signifies 1 or 5 or 9 or 11 or 12. Then the native indulges in spiritual life and also divine worship during the conjoined period of the significators of 5, 9, 10, 11. This should be checked up from first Lagna also, as I told. From Lagna we can check up, or 5th house we can check up, or from 11th the first of also we can check up. 5th house means initiation for spirituality. 5th house indicates initiation for spirituality. 10th house is practicing spirituality. 11th house is attainment of spirituality. 12th house is service to other people. So these 5, 10, 11, 12 are very important. 9th house is in between. 9th house is philosophy and higher knowledge. What will be distributed among these people? Lines, Bhagyasthanam, higher learning. Whatever it is learned, that will be distributed. Now, the Lagna here falls in Sagittarius. Lagna falls in Sagittarius, which is a fiery sign. 9th house is the natural zodiac. Here, if we consider natural zodiac from Aries, Sagittarius is 9th house, natural zodiac, Kalapurusha. Kalapurusha's 9th house is natural zodiac, and the 9th house is Sagittarius. That is the sign of the preacher. It is a fairy sign. So therefore, the native Swami Vivekananda was endowed with great courage and a great preacher, and he would push his aspirations because of the pouring influence of Lagnas are Jupiter sign lord, Sun is the star lord, and Mars is the sublord for Lagna. So these planets, Jupiter, Sun and Mars, are the core influence of the Lagna. The Lagna sublord Mars is in the constellation of Ketu, Moksha Sthana, Moksha Karaka, the Karaka for spiritual knowledge, which happens to be in the conscious lord of the 12th house also. Sun is 12th house sublord also. Then he has always looked at the bright side of the things and did not have any fear to face any adverse conditions. But instead of that, he worked against all difficulties and with supreme self-confidence, with more confidence, abundantly, energy and vigor in his characteristics. And he is having the ascendant in the masculine sign. That means he is a bold man. He is in masculine sign, Sagittarius. He has always acted with deep consideration, and he never hesitated in thinking or speaking or acting whatever he considered right. He loved truth and spoke only with truth without caring for the opinion of others, acceptance of others. This is further supported by Jupiter stationing in Libra. Jupiter is positioned in Libra, that is balancing. Libra is balancing act. The sign of balance. That means balancing is wisdom with discrimination. Being the 9th sign of the zodiac, natural zodiac, the native was highly philosophical and spiritual. He loved long travels. 9th house indicates long travel. He loved long travels and made friends with foreigners. Made friendship with foreigners because 12th house is also in Sagittarius. 12th house has come to Sagittarius because of intersection, astral intersection. So 12th house includes foreigners. So he made friendship with foreigners, as told by Jupiter in the 9th house, far off lands in the natural zodiac. 12 aspects of Mars. Mars is aspecting Jupiter. Mars is aspecting Jupiter. So, Lord of 11th, friends, is Mars. So Lord of 11th is Mars and the Lord of the people. And Mars is aspecting Jupiter. So he got all the qualities that are required now to attract the foreign people. And Jupiter is a trine aspect with all these houses. So he became an outstanding religious leader with all these qualities. Sun, Venus, Mercury is Lagna Bhava. Sun, Venus, Mercury, all the three planets are in Lagna Bhava. Lagna is extended from Sagittarius to Aquarius. Second house is only in Aquarius. So the planets in the Capricorn as well as in Sagittarius, they are situated in Lagna only in KP. And these three planets will give him to speak in frankness, boldly, determination, independence, amiability, and fondness. And also, he is interested in the music and poetry, and his speech is also very sweet, learning, and his imagination is very quite good, as Venus and Mercury are in Lagna. And he is called Saraswati Yoga also, indicating the higher level of intelligence. Venus and Mercury give Saraswati Yoga. Mercury in the sign of Saturn, the planet of perfection and justice. Saturn is perfection and justice. So Mercury is in the Capricorn, sign of Saturn, with like excellent trine aspect from Saturn. Saturn is aspecting from Virgo to Mercury. Trine aspect is there. So trine aspect is a very good aspect. So it is signifying second house, which is the speech, Lord of speech. From the ninth house, Mercury associated with the untalented Venus. Venus in the Venus stars, there is no planet, so Venus is very strong, and it is there in the natural zodiac, 10th house. So it gives very good qualities and signifies 1, 5, 8, 10. So Kaspula, sublord of second house, Venus, third house, Venus, fifth house is again Venus, and sixth house is Venus, seventh house is Venus, and 11th house also Venus. So that makes him untalented Venus, representing so many houses, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 7, 11. So all these gives name and fame, oratory capacity, his speech is good, flawless, continues for hours together, and power to attract the masses. This capacity made him to give spiritual and religious speeches and made divine worship. Lagna Lord Jupiter is also is aspect in Dharma Bhava, 9th Bhava, and the natural zodiac, 9th house. He is the Lord. 9th Kaspal sublord is Moon. 9th Kaspal sublord in this chart is Moon, both 8th and 9th. Moon is Manaskaraka. For the 8th house is occult sciences, 9th house is religious nature. So he is having very good intuition, reputation, and he is having friendship with various people, association with various people. That is satsang. He is having satsang, fondness for travel, association with foreigners, and great wisdom. Saturn is also in 9th Bhava, giving him philosophical detachment, meditation, bent of mind, and occult capacities. Saturn as Lord of second house, which is Vaksana, that is speaking abilities, posited in 9th house, that is made himself in religious lectures. Whatever he can speak, that he has shown in his religious lectures. But 9th Kaspal Moon is in the constellation of Moon itself and sub of Saturn. This is a great indication. If Moon is in Moon sub is Saturn, then he is destined to have psychic experiences Moon is called Mati. Moon is called Mati, mind. That is in conjunction with Saturn. Saturn and Moon are in close conjunction in Virgo. And Moon is in Moon star and Saturn is also in Moon star. So Saturn and Moon together, they are in the Moon star, and Moon is in the sub of Saturn. That is, he is having highly conducive mental concentration. So, Moon is 17 degrees 38 minutes in Virgo, which is in sub of Saturn. The native has got higher degree of mental concentration, even as a boy, and used to have vision, highest vision in the age itself. Ketu is a karaka for spiritual knowledge, which goes to fifth bhava. Fifth is in Ketu is posited in fifth bhava, and the house of Purva Punya, conjoined with Uranus. Uranus also is in fifth bhava. Uranus is in 25 degrees, Ketu is in 22 degrees 20 minutes in fifth bhava. So both are in conjunction, Ketu and Uranus. Uranus will give the impression, awareness. He will awaken the spirit of the native. So he got the qualities of Venus because he is in the house of Venus, which is the constellation of Sun also. Venus is, Sun is in Venus star. The Sun is posited in the Venus star Lagna, and he is the lord of 8th house. And the 8th house is also called seat of Kundalini. Seat of Kundalini. Neptune in the piece of Pisces is with rapt conjunction of the third cusp, indicates the native is having high ideals, fertile imagination, and inspirational, and having occult knowledge. Mind you, Neptune is a constellation of Saturn, the planet of Tapovritti, and is aspected by Saturn from the 9th house, which has to do more tapasya. He has become devotee and tapasya. Devotion is their concentration. Tapasya means more devotion, more concentration is there, and he is successful in all these methods. Then this Rahu is in 11th house. Rahu occupies the constellation of Mercury, who is the lord of 9th house. It was during Rahu Dasha that the native was drawn to his master, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, the great sage of Dakshineshwara temple in Calcutta, and started practicing yoga under the Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, under his guru. Rahu is in the 11th house, that is giving siddhi, that is fulfillment of desire, which will give siddhi, success, and represents Mars, the lord of 11th. Rahu is also aspected with Mars, endowed with strength. Progress in practice depends on the success of the 11th house. 11th couples abroad is Venus. He is untenanted. Untenanted means in the Venus stars there are no planets, so Venus is endowed with more strength, which is in the star of Sun and sub of Ketu. Venus thus signifies all the required houses, that is 5, 10, 11. So if Rahu Dasha itself, the native has very good progress in the spiritual sadhana, and subsequently Rahu gave him, he is Karaka for foreign stay, gave him foreign places, and he went around all over the world, and in the Rahu Dasha itself, he ended up his foreign tour and became a world famous spiritual leader after his famous oration at the World Parliament of Railways held in Chicago, and subsequent lectures in various places of European countries and also some of the Asian countries. Jupiter, he exerts influence over the 12th house as Moksha Sthana, as also ruler. 12th house is also Jupiter. So Moksha is ruling 12th house also. Jupiter ruled the Marakasthana, namely 7th house, as constellation lord of 7th cusp. Jupiter casts aspects to 2nd house as well as 7th house, which are Marakasthanas, which signify the end of bodily existence. Venus is the lord of 10th house, which is retirement of the world, and in whose sign in Mokshakaraka, Ketu is positioned and Venus is conjunct with Mercury, the Marakarapati. In this way, the Mahasamadhi of Swami Vivekananda at the very young age of 39, as predicted by him also earlier. He knows very well about his Samadhi time. And so in the early age itself, after attaining so much of famous familiarity and after doing his duty in the spiritual life and divine worship in this world, he left all of us. So this is the way how spiritual life and divine worship. This Swami Vivekananda example is very good example, and we can know many things in this spiritual life, how to delineate, how to analyze a person's spiritual life in the present world. Hari Om. Asmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Idam Sri Krishna Murthy.